Hello there, and welcome to my craft room. Let's get it straightened a little bit. My name is Dara Walter of Pickled Peppers Creative Cafe at pickledpepperscreative.com, and this is my craft room. Welcome. So today is Thursday, and around here it is Crafty Day, Thursday, December 28th, by the way. And this is the day that I like to come and share with you. So here I am. Let's just adjust a little bit. Here I am to share with you. So welcome. Come on in. Come on in. How are you? I hope that you're having a fantastic week. I hope you had a really good Christmas if you celebrate, and that you're looking forward to a new year. I, for one, am really looking forward to the new year. Let's straighten this up a little bit. I'm really looking forward to the new year and new beginnings. I don't know. I just, I get excited about holiday time. So anyways, come on in. Come on in. When you come in, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching the replay or you're watching live, let me know that as well, because I like to hear it. And if you want to chat with me while we're creating, I like that too. If I miss your comments or questions, please leave them. I will be certain to go back and circle around after the video has ended, which, by the way, will stay up on the page. So if you like what we're creating tonight, you'll be able to come back as many times as you would like to and view the video and recreate what we're making tonight. So tonight I am going to do a little bit of a sneak peek into our incoming catalog. There are so many beautiful things in there. I just cannot wait to share them with you. I have, oh my gosh, I have lots of goodies over there that I can't wait to share with you. And so I thought that I would do a little bit of a sneak peek and use one of the new designer series papers that will be available January 4th, I think, for to the public. So hi, Beth. I see my friend Beth is watching. How are you? How are you? I hope you're having a really good week. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas and that you're looking forward to the new year, new products, and just newness. I'm so super excited about it. You've got your book. Yes, I am so happy that you got your catalog. By the way, if you don't have a demonstrator and you need a catalog, leave a comment below and let me know. I am more than happy to make sure that you get a copy of the new catalogs. So I did tell you that we're doing a little bit of a sneak peek. So I am going to be using some designer series paper from the new catalog. It is my absolute favorite. I'm really enamored, and so I couldn't wait until January to share it with you. I am going to share it with you tonight. Super excited about it. So let's go ahead and get turned down and take a look at our desktop. And we'll get creating pretty soon. I do have a couple of announcements for you. Let's get us turned down. And, oh, I think we're a little bit crooked. Let's see. Maybe this is crooked. Maybe it's my other monitor that's crooked. I don't know. All right, hands. Okay, here's center. All right, so I have a couple of announcements for you tonight, but like I said, when you come in, make sure to let me know how you're doing. Say hi. Let me know if you're watching live or if you're watching the replay. And also, while we're creating, if you want to talk and chat with me and leave comments or questions, please do that. I do love it, and I will go back and answer your questions. So now, I have a couple of announcements for you, and then we'll get started creating. By the way, well, let's talk about it, shall we? So, the first announcement that I have is that our current mini catalog is going to be going away. There are only a few short days left. Many of the products in this catalog are retiring, and many of them are discounted. So there are still some things out there. I just wanted to let you know. Today is the 28th, so we only have a few days left in this month. And like I said, I think January 4th is when our new catalog goes live. So I just wanted to let you know that. So here is... here's our new catalog. Stampin' Up! Doesn't allow me to show you inside of the catalog. Oh, I see people are popping on and finding me. Hi, Amy, Julie, Anna, hello. Thank you guys for being here. I'm super excited that you are able to come and hang out for a little bit of crafty fun. We're going to do a fun fold, and we're using some new Designer Series paper, my favorite. You probably can see it on my desktop a little bit. It's down there. Don't tell. Thank you for the hearts. Yes, if you like what we're creating and you like the content, make sure to leave a thumbs up or a heart. And I'd appreciate you so much for that. All right, so here's the new catalog. It's absolutely, when I tell you that this is filled with goodness, please believe me, there are so many cute things in here. I cannot wait. I went a little bit crazy shopping because I love so much. Stampin' Up! Doesn't allow me to show the inside of the catalog, so I can't show you yet. But soon we will be delving into it. Like I said, I believe it's January 4th. Also happening at the beginning of January is Celebration. This is the Celebration brochure. Once again, I can't show you the contents, but I can tell you about Celebration. If you've not heard of it before, Celebration is a promotion that will be occurring in January and February, where you get free product just for shopping, and you get to select things from this brochure. So this is coming as well in January. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what we're going to be using tonight. I pulled this out because I was going to tell you where the deckled rectangles are. I believe they're in the the current annual catalog. So let's flip to the back. There is a glossary. Hey, look at that. I couldn't have done that any better. Do you see them? There they are. They are on page 163. They are called deckled rectangles. So we're going to be using the deckled rectangles in the stamp set that we're going to be using tonight. I only nabbed it for a sentiment. And that is the layering leaves. If you haven't seen the layering leaves, it's really, that font is just gorgeous, isn't it? It just says fancy all over it. So, and then there is a coordinating punch that you can use on the sprigs here, and you can see the two-step stamping there. And then once again, if you have been around, you know that I like random splotches and sprinkles. So we're going to be doing a little bit of that. Oh, you know what we need that I don't think I have here on my desktop? I think we're going to be using blending brushes. Not quite sure where I have them. But so we're going to be using this for the sentiment and then the deckled rectangles. So let me show you what we're using. We have more than the Designer Series paper. This paper, if you can see, let's take it right out. I'm going to take it right out. And I am actually going to be using the butterflies as well as the Designer Series paper. Can you see that the background of the paper is crumb cake? And then there is, I think, Blackberry Bliss in here. There is Highland Heather. There is Gorgeous Grape. And if you can see, the stalks are Pretty Peacock. Isn't this beautiful Designer Series paper? You guys, I am so enamored with it. And I'll tell you the name of it in just a moment. Isn't it beautiful? Look. And there is coordinating product with it. You'll be seeing that as well. I can't show you everything, but I did want to give you a little sneak peek of one of my favorite products from the incoming catalog. Very beautiful, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I am completely enamored. Let's look at the opposite side. So there's the pretty peacock. There is gorgeous grape. Look at that crushed grape. Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous. Oh my gosh. There is a little bit of plaid or a buffalo check. And the background of that, if you can't see it, is also crumb cake. There is some crushed pretty peacock. Gorgeous, right? There's some more gorgeous grape. So the main colors in this designer series paper are pretty peacock. Oh, I think I mixed it up. Let's see. Our pretty peacock, gorgeous grape, Highland heather, crumb cake, and black. There's a little blackberry bliss here too. But the name of this designer series paper, which I absolutely am enamored with, is called Perennial Lavender. It is gorgeous. So I'm going to be using that. Here are some coordinating gems. So we're going to crack into these two. They're called Purple Fine Shimmer Gems. Purple Fine Shimmer Gems. So we're going to be using those as well. And then finally, if you know me, you know that I'm a butterfly girl. There was zero chance that there was going to be anything in the catalog that was butterfly that did not make it to my craft room. So these are called paper butterfly accents, and we're going to be using these as well. All right, so let's get started, shall we? I'll put the paper aside, and we'll put this back in the wrapper a little bit later. Oh, actually, we need the piece that we're going to be working with tonight. I think I might have buried it. Let's see. I did. I buried it. There we go. So we're going to be working with that piece. Isn't it beautiful? Very, very beautiful. And like I said, there are also, there's a coordinating stamp set. There's some coordinating dies that go along with it. And then we're sneak peeking, I mean to say. So I also have here a piece of gorgeous grape cardstock and a piece of crumb cake. And the crumb cake is going to be our card base. So let's go ahead. Let's see what I did with my paper trimmer. We're going to need that as well so we can cut our card base. So let's make a little bit of room here. My desktop is tight, you guys. Oh, so I told you I had a couple of announcements. I did want to tell you also that if you're not on my mailing list, you might want to get on my mailing list, because I'm going to be announcing new classes and events, and the registration and information for my monthly card class, which is going to be on January 20th. That information and the registration is going to be going out. And I'm also going to be holding a Friday night bingo. It will be on January 26th. So lots of opportunity to win fun prizes. So I will modify the description above with information to get on my mailing list. And I'll have it posted here as well on my business page, but I wanted to let you know of that. All right, so let's get started creating, shall we? The first thing that we're going to do is take our crumb cake. It's going to be our card base. And actually, let's cut it down to 7.5. Let's see, I'll make a little room here. If you don't have our stamping trimmer, this is something that you want to have in your repertoire. This is my most utilized piece of equipment. And I'm going to cut this right down to 7.5 inches. Right at the bottom, we'll use the extra here. So we're going to set it aside for just a moment. And then we will turn this and cut it at 4 1/4. which is half of that long sheet. I wanted to cut the bottom part off first because we need a little bit of the scrap. That way we can make 2 cards from one piece of cardstock. All right, so what we have here is a card base that is 4 1/4 inch by 7.5 inch, or 7.5 inches. And we're just going to turn it around and score it at 5.5. So you can see that we will have a short part. You see that? And we'll go ahead and fold this right down, and we'll put it aside for a minute because we're going to bring in the extra piece. So make sure that you don't cut these 7.5 by 4 1/4 remaining. You'll go ahead and score it at 5.5 too, and that way you can make 2 cards at one time. So we're going to take what was left over, and we need it cut at 2 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it around on the long side, cut it at 4 1/4 inch. And then I'll turn it around and we'll cut it at 2 inches. So remember, if you're making 2 cards, you can take the other piece that we have remaining and do the same thing, and you'll have everything we need. All right, so we're going to put this aside for now. We'll need to die cut a little bit. So we're going to put this aside for now as well. Oh no, we're not. We need to cut our designer series paper. Let's do that while we have our trimmer out. So the designer series paper, it matters. The direction matters, I should say. So we want to cut it widthwise across the pattern. So this is the top. You can see that the flowers are going upwards. So I want the longest cut across the flowers, if that makes sense. We're going to cut this at 1 3/4 inch. So I'm going to put it right into my trimmer and line it up at the 1 3/4 inch mark. And we'll just cut it right down. And then we have the whole remainder of the sheet left. And then we're going to turn it around and cut 2 pieces at 4 inches. So we'll need 2 1 3/4 by 4 inch pieces of designer series paper. This paper is amazing. I hope that for those of you who have your catalogs already, you've been able to see the product in it. I hope you're making a wish list, because I tell you, I completely went crazy. I purchased much more than I thought I was going to, but I did. I went just a little bit crazy. All right, so we're going to bring in our card base. This is going to be the top of our card base, okay, where the smaller section is, that little section, and this is the front. So this is the top front. And the way this will layer is we'll add a piece of designer series paper to the top front, and then we're going to add the other piece to the 2-inch cardstock that we cut. So let's go ahead and grab some Seal Plus. Let's see. I use this quite a bit, so I normally have 2 of them going. This is my adhesive of choice. I love this stuff because it also works when you need a strong adhesive, and you can roll it right on. It's right at your fingertips. I use tear and tape as well, but this is usually handy. I can just grab it and go. All right. And then let's go ahead and adhere to the smaller section that's not attached at the moment. Okay. Super easy, right? Okay, so we're going to put this aside and do a little bit of die cutting. And I'm going to grab I need to find my blending brushes. All right, let's put this aside for a moment. And we're going to do a little bit of die cutting. We are going to use the mini cut and emboss. Have you guys seen the mini cut and emboss? So you see how it opens? It's very compact. And you just open both of the wings. And we're going to grab our deckled rectangles. I'm going to use, let's see, let me tell you which ones these are. Are you able to see? So it's the third and fourth smallest dies that we're going to be using. And so let's see, the smaller we're going to cut with crumb cake, and then the larger we're going to cut with Gorgeous Grape. So let's grab the plates here. If you've not used the mini cut and emboss machine before, you have an additional layer, and it kind of tells you how to layer all of your pieces in the machine. So we're going to first put in this layer, and then we'll put in a clear cutting mat. I'm just going to lay it right here on front. Let's scooch it down so you can see what we're doing here. Scooch it down, and then we may need to cut this paper a little bit. I'll just grab some scissors and cut here. That should be good enough. And then the smaller of the two, we'll just layer this with the beveled edge down. And then our top plate. And I'm going to scooch this towards me a little bit so I can crank it. Just give it a nice roll. There we go. And that leaves us with a nice deckled rectangle. And now we'll put this aside and we'll cut one more. So I'll take my scissors and cut a piece of the Gorgeous Grape. So that larger rectangle we're going to cut with Gorgeous Grape. And I'm going to do the same thing. The directional mat is first, and then we'll add our clear layer, our cardstock, the die cut with the beveled edge down, and then a top layer. I like to refer to it as making a sandwich. So we're just going to make a sandwich, and then once again, I'm going to bring this close to me so I can grab the handle and crank it. There we go. Isn't that cool? And then when you're done with it, it's just tiny, and most of our dies will fit right in this little machine. When you're done with it, it's so cute and compact. You just fold it right up, little handle, and put it on your shelf, which I'm going to do. Because I don't have a whole lot of room on my desktop. All right, so let's bring in our layers again. We'll put this piece of spare behind us. So we're going to layer these two pieces together. Let's do that while we're thinking about it. And then I think I'm gonna attach them with dimensionals. So what we're going to do is attach that free floating piece that we have from earlier. Remember, this is the top of our card, this is the bottom of our card, and we're going to attach this piece by bridging it with the die cuts that we've made. Okay, so let's see if we can find some Stampin' Dimensionals here. I was pretty sure I had some in my basket, but I'm certain I have some here. Here we go. And my Take Your Pick tool. So I'm going to put dimensionals at the top and bottom here because we don't want them in the middle. And once I adhere this, I want it to the extreme left because we're going to stamp our sentiment in the remaining open space. So dimensionals at the top and bottom. Okay, and then let's use our Take Your Pick tool. This actually, I think, is maybe it's competing for my second most utilized tool. I love my Take Your Pick tool. All right, and so let's get those out of the way. We're going to line this free floating mat, I don't know what to call it, this additional piece, right up with the bottom of the piece beneath it. And then I'm just going to kind of hold on to it and place this layer. There we go. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Fun, 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 right? So this is the basis of our card. Now let's see if I tucked my blending brushes away. Maybe I can use a sponge. Oh, you guys, I'm not quite sure what I did with them. So we'll have to do without them. Okay. I was going to shade our butterfly in a little bit, but I'm not sure what I did with my blending brushes, so we won't be able to do that. But we're going to put a butterfly on that mat. Let's go ahead and look at each sheet. I'm not sure how many are in here, but these are, it's fantastic. They're filigree and they're already cut out for you. So that is fantastic. So I'm going to choose one that covers most of that space. And I kind of think I like the, is it right facing? Yeah, would be the right facing butterfly. I wanted to give it a little bit of color. So what I was going to do is grab my blending brushes, and I totally forgot before we got on camera. But I was going to take my Gorgeous Grape and just go around the outside of that butterfly a little bit. But it's okay. We don't need to have it. And I think that's going to be the best butterfly. There's a larger one. Do you think we could go with a larger one? You guys tell me. You have 5 butterflies per sheet that you can use. Let's see. I'm afraid this might be a little too big. Yeah, we'll stick with this forward facing one. And I think I'm going to put just a little bit of liquid glue to hold this down. And I'm not going to put it all over, but I'm just going to add a little bit of it on the solid places, just, you know, around the top of the wings, so that it sticks down pretty good without popping up. Also, so that I don't get my hands extra gluey, I have that kind of relationship with the liquid glue. And we're just going to pop this down wherever we think it looks good. And I think that this is kind of where it looks the best. There we go. The wings are kind of hanging over a little bit, and I have a little bit of glue on my hands. All right. Hi, Polly. How are you? Happy Crafty Thursday. I'm glad that you were able to come hang out with us for a little bit today. All right, so this is what we have so far. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and grab our sentiment. And the sentiment I've chosen, let's see, is Best Wishes. So again, we're using the layering leaves, and I'm using it for the sentiments. There are a couple of cool ones here. So happy to celebrate you. Best wishes, sending hugs, thinking of you, for you, and thank you so much. And hello. I don't know, maybe that hello would be cute. I love hello cards. You can send hello cards for any reason whatsoever. So I like hello cards. Do we want this to be a hello card? So this is where the sentiment is going to go. Right in that open space. And I have pulled out the black memento, which I think is going to be a little bit too stark. I have Highland Heather and gray granite. Let's see, I think we're going to use, let me grab the Gorgeous Grape. I think that's going to look best. I wish we could have colored our little butterfly. I thought it would look really cute if we gave it a little bit of color, but maybe I'll post a picture later. Okay, so hello. And I have Best Wishes. I think I'm going to use the Best Wishes. And it looks like I might have to hold back one of the antenna from the butterfly to do this. So we're going to use Best Wishes. And I'm going to ink the Stamp Up with Gorgeous Grape. You guys, purple is one of my favorite colors. Purple, pink, and teal. I think they are all... I think they're all my favorite color. I don't know. Oh, great. Great, great, great. It fit right in that open space. So you'll have to keep that in mind. If you're going to recreate this card, you'll want to make sure that the sentiment that you choose for it will fit right in that open space. I'm glad that I went with the Best Wishes. I like to use all of the space that's available to me on my canvas. All right. Oh my gosh. Isn't that purple scrumptious? Scrumptious. I love this. Thank you so much for the hearts and the thumbs up. Thank you. This is so beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our Take Your Pick tool. And we're going to add a few of the embellishments. Again, they're called Purple Fine Shimmer Gems, and they were designed to coordinate with this designer series paper. It's one of the things that Stampin' Up! Does fantastic, and that's color coordination. And so I feel like there are two different hues of purple here. I'll bring this a little closer so you can see. So the bottom, they got kind of wonky in there, didn't they, during travel? But so the bottom, let's see, can you see how it's, I don't want to know, maybe I don't know how to explain it, maybe a more red purple. So this would coordinate good with the Blackberry Bliss. And then there's the purple that goes good with the Highland Heather and the Gorgeous Grape. So we're just going to put a few of these down and we're done with our card. I think I'll do my normal. Yeah. I'm going to put one big purple one on the top here and then two smaller ones in this corner on the bottom. There we go. Let's grab another one. Okay, and that finishes our card. Let's put this away so I'll remember to. Let's see if you can see those gems. Can you see them? So beautiful. And just a nice, fun fold. Don't you think? All right, so I was going to give you another sneak peek. Let's see, because talking about my favorite color, Pretty Peacock, there is this Pretty Peacock in gold ribbon. Can you see it? It is from another suite in the new upcoming mini catalog, and also the Forever Love Designer Series paper. I wanted to crack into this. It's gold foil, and I wanted to see what it looked like. So I did pull this out as well because I was aware that there was Pretty Peacock in it. And with tonight's card, I wasn't sure which way I was going to go. But this is called Forever Love. So I think that it's going to be, especially you see the Moody Mauve in the background. Thank you, Libby, or Polly. Thank you so much. Polly, I looked up. My son's girlfriend is Libby, and I saw your last name, and that's what I was thinking. Libby. Okay, so there is Moody Mauve in the background. Isn't this paper gorgeous? Let's see. Oh, it is double-sided. So I was on the fence tonight about which one to use. So I brought them both out, and I thought we could open the one that I didn't use. Look at this. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. It's very beautiful. So they're all muted on one side, and then you have the very spectacular foiled Designer Series paper on the other side. This is really pretty. Oh my gosh. And I wanted to use it for the Pretty Peacock, which is very, very beautiful. Look at that. Here's another that matches that Moody Mauve. And let's see. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know. This looks like wallpaper. Does this design have a name? Do you guys know? I feel like we had wallpaper that looked like this somewhere in my house growing up. I feel like it. Or at least with the pattern. Maybe not the same color. I feel like our kitchen looked like this for some reason. I can't imagine having wallpaper in the kitchen these days, but we certainly had wallpaper and carpet in my kitchen when we were growing up. Okay, so here's the reverse side of that. I don't know if that's Flirty Flamingo. It might be, let's see, it might be Blushing Bride. I'm not sure. And then we didn't look at the back side of this. Oh, yeah, this is definitely, I would say that this is definitely love related. It's very beautiful. So there's a sneak peek for you, and that would be why then the gold flecked Pretty Peacock ribbon, don't you think? Ooh, this will make nice Valentines. I'm sure this is going to make nice Valentines. We'll put that aside. So let's talk about what we used tonight. Let's get that over to the side. We didn't get to color our butterfly around the edges because I've moved apparently my blending brushes, but it would be really fun if you took your blending brush and just went around the side outside of your butterfly. And I think, I don't know, that Pretty Peacock would look good on that. But so we use the butterflies. You won't be able to purchase these until the beginning of January, January 4th. But you get many sheets in here. I don't know, there's probably like 10 sheets of butterflies. I'm sure that I'll use them all up. These are called the paper butterfly accents. And we use the layering leaves stamp set to pull the sentiments out. This has really beautiful sentiments, and I think the wispy font goes really good with that paper and butterflies. But there are coordinating dies and a stamp set for the Designer Series paper, which, by the way, let's talk about that. Got to get it back in the packet, but we use the Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper. That's what that is called. Cannot wait to get that into your hands. I've ordered a couple of packs of it as well. And then we used, oh, let's bring our card back. We want to keep looking at that. That's so cute. And then we used the Purple Fine Shimmer Gems. Purple, there we go. Can you see it? Purple Fine Shimmer Gems. So that is what I had to share with you tonight. Remember that coming up pretty soon, registration will be open for my monthly card class, which is January 20th. And I'm going to be having bingo at the end of the month. Friday night bingo on January 26th, the last Friday of the month. And then if you don't have a demonstrator and you want a copy of both of these catalogs, this brochure for Celebration, which is coming up. It's our brochure to earn free just for shopping in January and February. Lots of cute stuff in there. And then the new mini catalog. So I will get a link to my mailing list. So if you want to get on my mailing list, and if you don't have a demonstrator, leave a comment below and I can make sure that you get copies of both of these publications. All right, so let's go ahead and turn the camera up so we can say goodnight. Let's go for a ride. There you are. Hello, my lovelies. Do you guys have anything planned for New Year? Hey, do you have any crafty thing planned for New Year's? That would be really super fun, don't you think? Having a crafty New Year party. Just bring the New Year in, card making and paper cutting. That would be fantastic. We might need to think about that. All right, you guys. Well, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for allowing me into your life to create with you and show you our fun card. Happy New Year to you. I hope that you have fun things planned, and I hope that you'll join me. Happy New Year, Polly. Thank you so much. Oh, you might need to make a pokey tool, and yes, I think you're right, Beth. I think that would be really fun, and the scissor leashes would be really fun. I've been making pokey tools too, so it's super fun. I'm kind of addicted to it. So have fun, whatever you do. And I hope that you follow me into the new year and let me share creativity with you. Come on in and share it with me. Happy New Year, you guys. I will be here with you next week. Same place, same time. Be safe, have lots of fun, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.